Hello there, Cancer. Thank you so much for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast. This forecast is for the week of February 7th through the 13th. We are going to pull one card per day. We are starting with Saturday, so we're getting the weekend together, and then after that, we will look at the weekdays. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day whenever you're watching this. Let's see what shows up for you as far as cards. If you guys would like to book a reading with me, the best way to do that is by using the information at the website that's over there, kind of above my head ish, right there. That will tell you how to do it. And also, there's all my contact information. So if you have any questions about, how to book a reading with me or any questions about the services I offer, feel free to go ahead and reach out to me. Feeling like I'm not centered. Let's fix that. Okay, that's a little better. All right, now let's look at your week, Cancer. All right, so we're starting off Saturday, but we're starting off the weekend actually with two nines, which is kind of interesting. So this is tying up loose ends. We're starting off Saturday with the Nine of Swords. This just means we're stressed out. Cancer's about something that is probably outside of our own control. And so this is a really good time to just look at the situation and ask yourself, have you done the best that you can do in this situation? Because if you have, this is a really good time to let go of it and let the cookie crumble whatever way it needs to, because you can look yourself in the mirror and know that you did everything you could. But this kind of stress, when we're stressed out about things that are beyond our control, is not healthy for us to carry. So if you can find some way to distance yourself from that stress and to become more objective about this situation, if that's possible for you, that would be very helpful. Very helpful for your mental and emotional health and maybe even your physical health. Now, Sunday, much better card, Nine of Coins. This talks about doing something independently, self sufficiently, and something that you really enjoy that brings a lot of satisfaction and happiness to you. So, very nice card to have coming up on Sunday. You've obviously gotten past whatever stress that was on Saturday. Now, we're going to look at the week. The week, starting with Monday, you do have the Nine of Clubs. Nine of Clubs is a card that talks about getting ready for something, making preparations. So this can be, with one card, this can really be anything. This can be making preparations to go on vacation, making preparations to make a big presentation at work. This can be making preparations for just about anything that you can imagine, but you're definitely preparing for something on Monday. Now, looking at Tuesday, Two of Swords coming up in reverse. This just tells me that you've got something going on that has you feeling pretty indecisive on Tuesday. You may be putting pressure on yourself to come up with an answer to whatever this decision is that you're trying to make, or somebody else may be pushing you to go ahead and make a decision really quick. I would always advise with a card like this, when you're not really sure which side of the fence you want to land on, the best thing that you can do is buy yourself some time. Whether you're buying that time so that somebody else can get off your back so that you have time to really come to a conclusion that feels good to you, or whether you're buying time from yourself. If you've told yourself, look, I need to make this decision by Tuesday, but nobody else is dependent on that decision, then cut yourself some slack and just allow yourself to make the decision whenever you feel comfortable with the decision that you're coming to, instead of pushing yourself. You guys will be surprised, I think, how many people push themselves to make decisions, but nobody really is waiting on the answer but them. It's pretty interesting. All right, let's look at Wednesday. We have the moon. Ooh. This card on Wednesday tells me it's really good to buy some time before you make this decision on Tuesday. You know why? Because the moon talks about information that comes up out of nowhere. You're not even digging, trying to find it. It just pops right up like a cork pops to the top of water. Just pops right up. Maybe a little kid says something around you, and that makes 2 and 2 equal 4, where before there were some missing numbers and it was hard to understand why you were looking at a 4. Or maybe there's something that comes up on the news that you're like, oh, I didn't know that. Or a friend mentions something. There's something here where information is coming out that you weren't aware of. And when this card actually shows up in a spread, it's not just talking about random information coming out that you weren't aware of. This is not like, oh, that's interesting while you watch National Geographic type thing. This is something that is going to change how you look at a particular situation or how you look at a person. It's going to change what the degree is that you want to be involved in something or not involved in something. Okay? So it's going to change your perspective on something and how much you want to interact with whatever that thing is or person. Now let's look at Thursday. Here we have a 10 of Swords. I love this card for you. It talks about the idea that there's been something long term that has been causing stress or arguments or debate. Excuse me. And you're putting that to rest today. Just putting that to bed. Should not even have to come back to that. Hopefully ever again. Now, bum ba da bum bum, Friday. 6 of Swords coming up in reverse. Now, this is a really interesting card because this is bigger than Friday. This talks about that you're making some kind of lifestyle change. Maybe you're deciding to eat healthier, take better vitamins, exercise more. Maybe you're deciding that you're going to get a different job that doesn't have so much of a commute, but you're doing something that's a lifestyle change. And when we do have a lifestyle change show up on the board, for me, that means we're doing something that is for the long term. And it's going to be something that improves either the quality of life right now or the potential for a longer life. Okay. So that's what we have coming up on Friday. Friday's kind of that's a big change. Doesn't necessarily mean it's bad or it's not fun or whatever, but it is a lifestyle change that we have coming up Friday, and it could be really good and enjoyable. It's definitely going to have some benefits, is what I'm hearing for you. Okay. So that's what I've got for this week. If you guys would like to book a live reading with me, I do a lot of readings online. And so just check out all my information on my website. You can see there how to reach out to me, and you can schedule a reading. Or if you have questions about any of the other services I offer, feel free to reach out. I'm always happy to answer those questions. Everyone have a fantastic week. Peace.